Hello everybody. So this video is entitled "The Most Prudent Buy Is the Market Going Back to the Blue Chip?" That is MSTR, because Saylor did a very prudent buy. At this price, he likely bought on last Monday, right after we had an all-time high over that weekend 8 days ago. He only bought $27 million worth of Bitcoin, only 220 Bitcoin, and that buy was mostly done with the STRF, the STRK, and the STRD ATM. People who likely sold the stock by now and complained over the summer about the ATM, these people are probably gone by now, but if they were still here, they would probably be very, very happy to see that MSTR once again did not use the ATM, even though at 1.42, technically the ATM is still accretive. Technically, you still make money. I wish that number was higher. So that's why I'm mostly okay with him not doing ATM. Yeah, I also wish it was higher. But technically, if he did the ATM right now, that would be fine by me too. We are actually not at the lowest. We're at about the second lowest MNAV value. We've had the slightly lower MNAV value a few days ago. Anyways, the point of this video is back to the blue chip. Today, we are rebounding today at a time where Bitcoin is actually down. Bitcoin did not recover back to the closing price of Friday afternoon, last Friday afternoon. Bitcoin is still down compared to that Friday afternoon closing price, as evidenced by IBIT being down minus 1.8%. But strategy is up 2%. And if you look at the competing Bitcoin treasury companies, and that are pure play BTCTCs, the pure play Bitcoin treasury companies, so I'm not using Mara or CleanSpark, which are miners and AI plays as well. No, I'm using, say, a MetaPlanet, which is another pure play, the second biggest pure play. It's down 2%. Strategy is up 2%. Strive, another pure play, they announced, selling shares, down 30% right now. 21 Capital, right? Jack Mallers play down 1.2%. So the blue chip is green today, and I see a lot of capital flows going to it. I wanted to point out the Robinhood outflows/inflows, and you can see the past 4 trading days. We've seen people buying MSTR. In September, we had a lot of people sell, but we've seen more and more people getting back into the MSTR trade. I would argue that MSTR is being seen more and more as the blue chip in the market. And, it's been on a downward trajectory for the past few months, but it's been a relatively slow bleed compared to some of the other plays in the sector, which have had like crazy bleeds in a matter of weeks. We've had a relatively slow bleed, and in my view, we will rebound at some point. Anyways, all MSTR has to do, and this is what I'll end this video with, all they have to do now is wait. That's really all we have to do is wait. Bitcoin's price is heavily manipulated, and that could continue to go on as long as we don't get these bills in Congress passed, especially the Clarity Act passed. But the problem is that we're not getting that passed because the government is shut down, so that is a delay. There is a delay going on. But we need to deal with the issue of oracles broadcasting fake prices, and the internet, the market in general, is doing a post-mortem analysis to what happened on Friday. And the big problem that, blockchains don't have prices. The issue is the oracles broadcasting those prices and liquidating people. That's probably what has suppressed a lot of the Bitcoin's price. And so we need some regulation passed on this so that foreign actors cannot just manipulate the price. And that will come as soon as the government shutdown ends, if it ever does. And if you look at Stretch should be activated towards the end of the month. To me, it is inevitable that Stretch will break $100, and we saw that he did not ATM on Stretch, so he's waiting for 100. I was kind of hoping he would ATM at 99. That doesn't really make sense too, right? He's waiting to really for Stretch to break 100. If it breaks 101 cents, my guess is that he will ATM on Stretch, and he has that already. And so Stretch theoretically should break 100 when we get that rate cut. So again, this is just a matter of time. We're getting the rate cut on October 29. So to really understand the MSTR play and the MSTR trade, one just needs to have patience. You know, I've owned this stock for a very long time now, well over 2 years, and you know, it's been an outstanding hold, and you just gotta have patience. And a lot of people in crypto, unfortunately, do not have patience. But Bitcoiners have patience, and this is a stock that will reward the patient and the faithful. At least that is my view. The capital credit stack, the yield curve that MSTR is creating with these perpetual preferred debt instruments, this yield curve will be activated as the rates drop and as these instruments inevitably become more attractive, and as you can inevitably ATM on Stretch. So this was not investment advice. This is not financial advice. This is only entertainment. I'm hoping you were entertained. Please like, please subscribe, follow me on Patreon, follow me on X. Thank you for watching, and have a wonderful, wonderful day.